Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. You'll watch the Toronto Raptors in this one as they go up against the Philadelphia 76ers here in Wells Fargo Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Bruce Brown is out there with Grady Dick. And it's Barrett at the 3 spot. And for the 76ers, Tyrese Maxey out there with Paul George. Then there's Oubre. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's MP in at the 4. And there's certainly an added challenge, right, Clark, in the second game of a back-to-back.
And you always wonder in that case, could fatigue play a role in deciding this game? You know, back-to-backs are hard, but there's no excuses. Everybody has to play them, so you deal with it and make the most of it.
To the middle, here's Barnes. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And right where he wants to be. It's so dangerous letting Barnes get inside like that.
MP kicks to George. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, you know, you got to take care of the basketball. Hopefully, they learn from that game and are better going forward.
You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime and Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
And the defense of this Raptors team, Craig, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
He hits the second from the line. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Here's Barnes. Oubre pulls it in. Outside, Maxey. The shot comes out. Some solid defense from Brown. Barnes outside and stolen by Maxey. MP passes to Oubre. Shoots over Dick. And the 76ers get it back. MP against Barnes. Another shot. And he hits the jumper for 2.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure Coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Passes it to Pirtle. Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. So we started to talk about R.J. Barrett. Coach complimented him, saying he's got great energy, a great build, and he knows how to score. So I'm telling the guys to stick to him like glue and just keep the pressure on. We'll see if that high-pressure defense can shut Barrett down tonight. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. Now, MP, following the three-point attempt by Scotty Barnes. MP passes to Oubre. Fires from deep. They get it back. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first. And at 250 lbs, Embiid is a terror inside, using that large frame to draw those fouls.
Clark, we know what a great player Joel Embiid is. He was the 2023 MVP, and he was on that same road until he got injured last season.
Unfortunate to see the big fella Embiid deal with the injuries that he has throughout his career, even going back to his 1 year in college. It's unfortunate, but that has hampered what is a special, special talent in Embiid.
And it's tied up with that one. And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. and he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
Here's Maxey. Following the basket by Scotty Barnes.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Toronto, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And it's Dick at the elbow. It's Barrett on the wing. Shoots over Oubre, and the shot is long. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. This time they met was in Toronto where they beat the Raptors.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Now George, following the three-point attempt by Scotty Barnes. Here's MP. It's rebounded by Barrett. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. On the wing, Brown. Tries from 10. Maxey with the block. MP outside. And George kicks to MP. And the pass to Oubre. Kicks it out to MP. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Brown the pass to Barnes. Second shot opportunity, and it's finished off inside by Pirtle.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds because of his size, but just as important, his timing.
Now, here's Maxey. Scoreless thus far. MP finds Maxey. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Barrett against Oubre. 27 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Dick can't get it to go.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
MP, no good. Dick with it. Just 3 on the clock. That shot misses. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Philadelphia ahead, leading by just 1. And the second quarter about to get started. They'll be back in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
Gordon out there with Martin. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Lowry. And it's Bona in at the 5. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Completely new group for Toronto. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Curry dishes to MP.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooter.
Something else they've done is really get after it defensively, specifically steals, and how they've done a good job tonight forcing turnovers.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Miami got the job done. He scored 22 points and he got lots of great looks, shooting it at a high clip. This team is playing really well right now. They're playing for each other and working hard to get every win. Kevin, they'll want to keep it going tonight.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Barnes. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the 76ers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Birtle is checked in for Kenrich Williams. Some terrific new faces in the league, and as we have about a month left to play in this season, what better time than now to see who has stood out and shown they have the skill and talent to take home the Rookie of the Year award. You look at MP all season long. He has proven again and again that he's the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
The way he has sustained his level of play for the entire season, that's what's most impressive, the consistency of his performance. He hasn't had the major ups and downs that so many rookies go through.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Shoot 2.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Brown the pass to Barnes. The kick out to Brown. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
And when it comes to Brown's jump shot, it's all about finding consistency.
MP passes to Oubre on the wing. George. Pass to MP. With 1 on the clock. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Reggie Jackson firing on all cylinders for Philadelphia. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. He'll get you back to the action after this break. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this.
My goodness. Nice playmaking by Maxey. An overlooked part of his game.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Outside, George. Over Dick. George, no good.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Oubre against Barrett. Back to Barnes. Over in the corner, Brown. 4 on the shot clock. That one misses. Good D by Embiid. Philadelphia leading by 4. Oubre outside. Kicks it out to MP. No problem knocking that one down. 11 points for MP.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Back to Barnes. Brown outside. Here's Pirtle. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
There's no stopping Pirtle when he has the ball in that spot. Just abusing the defense down in the paint.
MP passes to George. Buries it down low. George has got the lead back up to 6 now for the 76ers.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
No, you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
4th and fewest turnovers. And they're right there among the top 5 in terms of second chance points. Just a tremendous work ethic at attacking the glass. They just keep after.
And you can't say enough about their transition offense. The pace at which they play the game, teams just can't keep up with them.
Wow, 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Mitchell finds Dick. To the left wing. Here's Abaji, defended by George.
Timed it beautifully, and George able to send it back with authority.
And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his first.
Special K, you've seen Tyrese Halliburton a lot. He's as good as anyone in this league offensively. What does he do best?
I think his best basketball attribute is probably his passing, his vision, the way he can set other people up. But the intangible that makes him, he's a Pied Piper. He is a galvanizer. Guys love being around his energy and the way he plays. So not only does he play with great confidence, I think he infuses in his teammates a joy and a confidence that lifts them up too.
Martin's checked in for George. Walter, he's checked in for Toronto. Maxey hits them both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Mitchell kicks to Boucher. Pass to Abaji. And Toronto turns it over again. How about we check the numbers for R.J. Barrett? Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes.
Maxey finds Martin. Good. And the dunk by MP.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
1:52 left in the third quarter. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. To the paint. Here's Boucher. No good again that time. Philadelphia leading by 12. 76ers moving the ball around. His first shot coming late. And they get it back. Pass to Bona. On the wing, MV. No good with the wing jumper. Raptors trail by 12. Here's Walter. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for Philadelphia. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Mitchell against Lowry. Passes to Abaji. And the Raptors miss again.
You know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Toronto's gotten blanked from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And the Raptors call time here.
Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
He's checked in for Philadelphia. Gordon comes in for Maxey. Raptors also changing it up. Kenrich Williams comes in for Zeller. And Barrett subbed in for Walter. Outside Williams. Shot to stop the run. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
That's his first.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
Shooting for Toronto, Kenrich Williams. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And some changes here for the 76ers. Kelly Oubre comes in for MP. And it's Jackson in for Kyle Lowry. Sixers with some changes. MP's checked in for Martin. Paul George comes in for Gordon. And Maxey subbed in for Jackson. Raptors also changing it up. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Williams. And Dick subbed in for Davion Mitchell. Throw good, Paul George.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. Can't do much better than that, guys.
Running the wings, it's Oubre and George. MP is out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Maxey in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Kicks it out to MP. The 76ers again can't hit it. Raptors trail by 20. Now Dick. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. MP finds Maxey. Back to MP. The pass to Embiid. No good. Shot missing. Raptors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Barnes can't get it to go. The 76ers leading by 20. Bounce pass Maxey. Oubre passes to Maxey. Lets it go from deep. Buries the long-range jumper.
The numbers testify. Tyrese Maxey is one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Barrett, Pirtle trying to get open. Sinks that one from the post.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
It's George on the wing, covered by Barnes. And here's MP for three. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Maxey. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. Maxey's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the 76ers. Inside. Brown, no good. 76ers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Pass to Maxey. Now, MP. A second chance effort. Embiid, no good.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Pass to Barnes.
2 minutes.
He kicks it to Brown. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. Do you think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Hey, Brown is a quality shooter. We've seen him shoot 40% from three for a season.
In the corner, George with it. Back to MP. Another miss by MP. And so Brown will bring it up for Toronto.
And right from the get-go, they stood out as the better team. Their hunger to dominate and play for each other was outstanding for the Sixers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display.
76ers foul.
And when you look at the season for these guys, they've amassed a lot of wins, 57, and adding in tonight, it'll make it 58.
And they're going to bring this season series to an end with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year.
A total of 4 games to be exact. They'll each wind up taking 2 of them.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for MP.
Well, you have to marvel at how well he picked apart that defense repeatedly.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. And the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
The energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports.